I'm Zach Bickner, and tonight we'll be talking about the delicate subject of environmentalism. In today's world, there's two sides to environmentalism: those who wish to tighten laws protecting the environment and those who wish to loosen the leash. Tonight, we're joined by two specialists. One, a professor on environmental sciences from Harvard University. The other, a Republican senator from Arizona. I'm here with Professor Bowman from the University of Harvard.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What are your views on environmental sciences today?
My views on the environment are that we need more laws protecting and conserving it. Such laws include a limit on hunting and fishing, and also a limit on cutting down trees.
So could you elaborate on some of those hunting laws you were talking about?
We want to open different kind of lands and stuff, more spread open. That way the hunters can go there once we know the certain amount of populations are correct and stuff, and we can allow them to hunt, and then close it off again as soon as the populations get to a certain amount.
So besides hunting and game laws, what are some other laws you think the United States should enact?
Well, I think that we need to enact a law, per se, that kind of agrees with lumber harvesters, that for every tree they cut down for housing or paper or such, that they plant two in its place, keeping oxygen at an equal level and
preserving the trees.
Preserving the trees, exactly.
So tell me your overall views on environmental conservation.
Well, my overall view is that we need to conserve the earth as much as possible, such as what's going on in Alaska right now with no drilling and such for oil. We can do that all across the United States and the earth, and cut back on some of the byproducts that are created through drilling and stuff, and that are harming the earth, such as pollution and fossil fuels. Well, my overall views of the environment is that we need to conserve the earth as much as possible, such as what's going on in Alaska right now, where they're not allowing anybody to drill and such for oil and fossil fuels. We can do that all across the United States and the world, and cut back on a lot of the byproducts of pollution.
Well, thank you for joining us on our show today. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having me on.
No problem.
Well, Zach, in order to continue this prosperity, we need to open up more environmentally protected areas to oil drilling. It may hurt our environment, but what good is having a healthy environment if our people are dying and suffering, and people can't even make ends meet to support their families? One step we need to do to stimulate our economy would be to drill for oil in environmentally protected areas, such as the state of Alaska. The state of Alaska is almost the size of half the United States, and almost all of it is banned for oil drilling. This is because we believe, and it's true, that much of the natural surroundings will be killed. But around each oil drilling plant, it is only about a square mile that will be affected by the oil drilling. And by doing this, we will stimulate our economy and help the poor, and this will, without a doubt, help our economy, and the environment take only a little hit.
So, Senator Karras, for my final question today, I'd like to ask you what your views are on cutting back on pollution in today's world.
Well, Zach, to answer your question, I believe that we need to cut back on about 70% of our sulfur, carbon, and nitrogen emissions all across the United States, similar to what Bush's clear sky policy was. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you for joining me here today, Mr. Senator Karras.
Anytime.
Thank you. Well, today we've learned quite a bit about the environment from our two very informative guests. Thank you for joining us, and we've had a wonderful time. Have a good night. Environment.
I hate the environment.
Oh, I was going to come back.
Alright guys, let's go pick up all the chairs and stuff.